Hi everyone, my name is Akshaya. I'm a nature and animal communicator, which means I can speak to plants, animals, and other species and have two-way conversations with them. In this video, I'm going to share a few things that we can inculcate in our daily lives to ensure that we create intuitive communication as a habit and make it a part of our daily routine. If you hear a lot of chomping sounds, it's because one of my dogs has decided to sit by me and chew on his ball. So please excuse the sound, and I hope you are able to focus on what I'm sharing. So let's begin with how to ensure that we make communication a daily habit and a routine. Number one, make sure that you have at least 1 to 2 minutes every day where you communicate with animals. Oftentimes, creating a habit can be a big obstacle for us because we feel we don't have the time, or it's very overbearing to think of adding something to our routine, especially when we have very busy routines. So, start small and create the habit of communicating at least for a minute, if not that, at least for 10-15 seconds, but ensure that you do it every single day. This way, you will automatically make sure that you're communicating with your animals, creating a better bond, and also getting more and more confident with your communication. So, number one is making sure that you provide at least a few seconds or a couple of minutes, if not more, to communication every single day. Second, ensure that you have reminders for the communication that you want to do. So these reminders could be just mental reminders that every time you see your animal, you decide on communicating with them, or you can make a poster or write down what your goals are and stick it up somewhere that you can see as soon as you wake up in the morning, or around your workspace where you spend most of the time, or wherever it is in the house or in your workspace or at your office where you spend the maximum amount of time. Have visual reminders. This way, every time you see it, you remember that you want to do this, even if it is for a few seconds or a few minutes, and it will help you maintain that habit and build up on it. So number two is to have visual reminders or just any kind of reminders to help you remember that you need to communicate. Number three, stack up your habits slowly and steadily. So once you have integrated talking for about a couple of minutes or even a few seconds every day, you have achieved that, you know that you do it without missing anything, then you can actually stack it up with another habit that will help you with communication. Now, this habit could involve asking more specific questions to your animal, or asking questions where they respond to you, or it could even be talking to someone else's animals as practice. So, you ensure you have enough practice cases. But add a small habit to your existing habit and keep stacking it up so that you make it a proper routine for communicating with animals and nature every day. It could be as simple as, okay, now you talk to your animals every day, now you've decided to talk to animals outside, or your plants, or your trees, or landscapes. It could be absolutely anything, but stack these small habits up so that it becomes regular in your routine. Number four, ensure that you give yourself time for grounding. This is extremely important. Grounding is not isolated for animal communication. You can use it for every other thing in life. So just like creating that one check-in of 1 minute or one communication of a few seconds, ensure that you also have time to ground yourself. So it could be just in between your work calls when you stretch, or when you just twist, turn your neck and exercise a bit, roll your shoulders. That could be extremely grounding. Having a glass of water, or just focusing on your breath work can be very grounding. So ensure you have a few seconds of grounding spread across the day so that you can manage your energy well, which will not only help you with your communication but also with everything else that you do. And number five, once you've done all these things, make sure that you're kind with yourself and you're patient. No matter how hard you try, there are going to be off days, there are going to be days you don't feel like communicating, there are going to be days that you might miss out on grounding, and at these days, be compassionate to yourself, because that is what nature and animals teach us. We all falter back, we all make mistakes, but the point is to pick ourselves up and ensure that we continue on this chosen path rather than being disappointed and giving it up completely. I hope you enjoyed watching this video and found it helpful. If you have such things, small things that can help us create a habit of communicating with animals and nature, please do mention it in the comment section below. I would love to hear from you and learn from you. Until the next video, bye bye.